Today I'm going to show you how to iron a men's dress shirt. All my shirts are 100% cotton just because I like the feel, but also because of that, since they're 100% cotton, I can put the iron on the hottest setting. And then also I like to use the steam setting as well, because heat and steam really takes the wrinkles out. But be careful and make sure to look at the label of your shirt. If it's polyester or rayon or got some nylon or something in it, if you put it on its hottest setting, you could really damage your shirt, so be careful there. And I just have a method, because you don't want to have iron just kind of haphazardly and then you end up with maybe a sleeve you didn't iron, right? So I just go through this method, that way I make sure I get everything, okay? So I start with the front right, I just work my way around, okay? And I just work from the bottom and work my way up, since I got that nice tip on my iron, right? That's what that's for. Kind of work your way up. And then we're gonna go to the back. And I divide the back into thirds, and you'll see why in just a second. I just work up the 1/3 here. Working up from the bottom. There we go. And now, so the middle third, I take this and there's a little gather here, right? And so you'll see in just a second. So we're gonna kind of iron up into that point. Just leave that alone for now. And then you hold down here and pull. And you make a nice little crease in the back. Kind of going down about halfway down the shirt. Pivot the shirt again. All right, now the front left. I gotta be honest with you, I shot one of these videos and I couldn't believe how bad the ironing board was squeaking. So WD-40 is a beautiful thing for that. I just I squirted a little bit of WD-40 on the little cross brace there, right down below the iron, to stop it from squeaking, because it was pretty irritating. So if you have that problem, there's a little another tip for you. So okay, and then pivot the shirt. Okay, and then we do the collar. This is again just the method I've used. If you got a better way, that's fine. If you just need a method, this is one that's worked well for me for a long time. Okay, now we want to get the shoulders. The other shoulder. Okay, now we got to make sure to get the sleeves. Don't leave them undone, right? And it's good to put a nice little crease down the sleeve. That always looks sharp. Plus it kind of gives a hint that maybe you ironed your shirt, right? And this shirt, it's interesting because these shirts, some of these shirts will say non-iron, meaning you don't need to iron them. You can take them right out of the dryer and they're good to go. They're not. You know, I rarely have I found a shirt that actually doesn't need to be touched up. So make sure that you don't believe that. The cuffs are a little bit awkward. You just kind of continue down the sleeve and get the cuff. Okay, and then you hang it up and you're good to go. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to tie a tie. A couple quick hints for you. When you're picking out a tie, you want to pick out a tie that has some sort of color that picks up something in your shirt. It's just an added classy little touch, okay? So we go ahead and flip up our collar, take the tie, put the fat side down. This is an important part because you want, at the end, you want the tie to come out right about your waistline. Looks cool that way. If you have it up here, that's dorky. If your knot's big and you got a short tie, dorky. You don't want to do that, all right? Just telling you. Okay, so we go ahead and get started here. And we take the fat side, right? And we go around the front, come around the back. We go down through the hole right there. You want to pay attention to that knot there while you're doing this. You want to pay attention to that knot because you're kind of building the knot as you go along, right? Okay, so we're good here. Then we come across the front. We go around the back and come through. And now you still want to pay attention to that knot. And then now you're coming through there. Okay. Okay. See how we got that nice knot now? And then there you go. We've got a beautiful knot. Now we take this and we drop this collar down. Make sure you don't have anything sticking out the back. That's also dorky. Okay, and then you go ahead and cinch it up. And I don't even think you need to button this. I don't normally. I leave it a little bit loose so I can actually breathe. I bring it on up. Got a nice clean knot. Came out to right about my waist. Perfect. Looks good. And I use a button down collar because that always makes it nice and clean at the end too. Makes it easy. All right. So today I'm going to show you a few tips for wearing a suit. You know, at some point in your life, you will need to wear a suit, you know, whether for a job interview or a wedding. So this will be good information for you to have. So first, let's talk about the jacket. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to recognize that there's usually 2 buttons on a jacket. Okay, you never want to button both those buttons. You want to either have the jacket be open like this, or you want to button the top button. Never button both those buttons, okay? And then now for the cuff, this cuff that comes out here, you want to have about a 1/2 inch cuff. That just makes everything pop. You don't want to have it where there's no cuff showing, and you don't want to have it where there's too much cuff showing. Just a little subtle 1/2 inch or so that it makes everything kind of come together and everything pops. Now for your pants, see that? That's basically how you want your pants to hit. You don't want to have them bunch up, and then you also don't want to have them like this, right? Where they're high waters. That might be a look at some point, but again, you want to stick with something that will kind of work for you for multiple occasions, and then you can go off of that, but that's basically what you want the shoe to look like. Okay, so as far as purchasing a suit, I personally would get one that you can wear to multiple events, you know, so black, navy, dark gray. And then the shoes, again, I would go with black because it goes with anything. And then if you want to make sure you have a black belt that matches your black shoes too, right? And then you can build from there on your wardrobe, but I would start with that because you don't want to get a flashy suit that you can only go to one event, right? You want to get something that can go to multiple events, and then, you know, as you grow your wardrobe, you can get some different variations on that, but I would stick with something that would work for multiple events. Now, if you need to drive to an event, you don't want to wear your jacket in the car. Make sure you take it off, right? And then either hang it in the car. A lot of cars have hooks that you can hang it in, but if you don't have that for some reason, just take it and kind of hang it out real nice like that, and then just lay it in the back seat, because it's a little bit difficult to drive with a suit anyway, or a suit jacket. But and then when you get to the event, then just go ahead and take it out the back and then put it back on, right? So that'll help keep you looking sharp, because if you don't do that, then you'll end up, you'll get wrinkles in your suit that you don't want. If you want to try to avoid, if at all possible. So these simple tips should help you look your best. I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.